afternoon and welcome to Blue Valley Today. I'm Kendall Shonacase.
And I'm Dan McCauley. Welcome to our first live show of the year. Let's start it off by seeing some of the highlights from our first visit to a Veterans Day celebration. This assembly called Thank You for Your Service by Blue Valley on November 1st. The presentation included a story of the Vietnam War by Robert Davis, patriotic music played by the band, and a visit from some of the local members of the Daughters of the American Revolution.
There was also a celebration of Veterans Day recently at Sunset Ridge. Drew Garrett was there, and here's his story.
It's the luckiest day of the year, and it's shoulder to shoulder in Sunset Ridge Elementary cafeteria. Warm breakfast, a hot cup of joe, and a big serving of thanks. While everyone's trying to grab a seat, for those who couldn't make it, get a special reservation. It's for those that went MIA but are most certainly not forgotten.
Today was great. It was our 13th Veterans Day celebration here at Sunset Ridge, and we had 78 veterans and their families and their host students attend. That was the largest number we've ever had attend.
Everyone enjoyed the fifth graders singing, veterans honored for their courage, and even one veteran showing off some of his gear. But nothing shows your appreciation like a few thank you letters.
This week at Sunset Ridge, in the office, they got a FedEx package, and in it was contained a letter from a soldier who was in the Navy medical staff, and they had received some letters in a bound book that we do each year from the fifth graders, as well as some written letters from our fourth graders last year, and they found them really inspiring and touching and funny, and they appreciated it so much that they sent us a certificate of thanks from the Navy, and with it was in the display case at the top in a flag display box. They had folded up a flag that they had flown over their base in the Helmand province of Afghanistan. Everybody who's seen it just gets chills.
Veterans share stories over coffee, and one shares his story with me.
I was a radio operator on a B-17 during World War II. I've spent 43 years in education, which has been an interesting field. So, high school teacher, high school principal, and a superintendent. I've been through the ranks here. Well, I think we need to educate younger people of how we have developed over the years, and the wars that we have been in, of course, is a part of that. But I think they need to know the background, and it's good to know the background of their parents and when they grew up.
Another great annual Veterans Day at Sunset Elementary. For BVTV, this is Drew Garrett.
There was a special guest at Hill Elementary recently. Performing artist Kuniko Yamamoto, a Japanese paper folding and storytelling expert, took the stage to perform to an enthusiastic audience. Miss Yamamoto told stories from her native Japan, demonstrating her expertise in the art of origami and showing her mysterious magical talents. Here's one of the students with their favorite moments of the performance.
When she did this magic trick where she got this little cloth and folded it together and got a spoon and said a magic word, and then a rice cake came out.
One of the biggest challenges for younger students is learning what to do when they go through rough times. A new program founded by the Blue Valley Ed Foundation is helping students learn to be resilient. Here's our district communications specialist, Christy McNerlin, with the story.
The Blue Valley Educational Foundation is partnering with the district to support the second strategic goal, to encourage the personal growth of each student.
Education Services has a great opportunity to work with the foundation to really think about the kinds of programs that we have in place district-wide that touch all of our students from grades K through 12.
Last spring, BVEF awarded $25,000 for a personal and social responsibility district-wide grant.
The types of work that we're looking to do with our partnership with the foundation would include such things as a student well-being website, which will be open to students and parents as well as to our teachers. And then finally, we're looking to do some activities around resiliency, And resiliency is that set of inner strengths that people bring when there's tough decisions to be made and things aren't going quite so well.
At Leawood Elementary, teachers are using research-based materials they received from a grant that includes teaching students about critical thinking and how to have a plan when the unexpected happens.
If kids are out on the playground, they can say, well, I and Susie and Joe and Tom were out by the swing sets, and then all of a sudden someone fell off and got hurt. The plan was get help for this person, and you can kind of walk through and say, okay, well, what did you do initially? Well, I ran away crying. Did that actually help the situation or not? Well, no, it didn't. So what could you have done that would have helped? Well, I could have run to get a teacher's help, where it kind of helps kids process what they did, what they could do in the future. And that is the critical thinking triangle. Why did it answers the why around events that happen.
We are already seeing results in our students who are using this process.
I was singing and my brother told me to shut up. I wanted to say it back, but then I thought about it and I said, I won't say it back because it will make the problem worse and worse.
This critical thinking triangle, you can use it in your own life to solve your problems. Okay, is this going to get me what I want, and it is a tool that can spill over to the home, because it is helping our children learn to solve their social problems in a very, very systematic and beneficial way.
The Blue Valley Educational Foundation would like to thank the many generous donors whose contributions fund grants for our students and teachers.
This story was edited by our instructor, Bruce McRoberts, last summer.
Last weekend, 11 of our iMedia students traveled to Springfield, Missouri to compete in the Drury University video competition. 19 schools in the four-state area were in attendance, with over 250 students competing in 6 different on-site campus contests.
Dan and partner Swetha Gandhi had 4 hours to create a feature story with the prompt, "This is what I am and this is what I do." Here's their story.
When strolling through downtown Springfield, a lot of things may catch your eye, but nothing quite like this.
My husband worked for the company Springfield Tool and Die for many years, and then he purchased it from the owner. And then after having a machine shop for a few years, he closed the machine shop and we turned the building into a flea market.
This family-owned business does a great job of treating their customers with the utmost respect. Their welcoming smiles, along with their helping attitudes, are what keep the regulars coming back.
They are wonderful. They're better than nice. They're perfect.
This is it's kind of like a general store or a country store where people kind of come in and the booth people and the customers get to know us. And the regular people, we're not Walmart where you can go down aisle 5 and find something. You kind of have to spend some time here. This isn't a rush situation.
We try to make it a really happy environment.
The booths rent from $45 to $80 approximately. That's about it. We sell the stuff for them and pay them their part.
The dedication and the family ties are what keep this company growing.
This is who I am, this is what I do.
This is who I am, this is what I do.
This is who we are and this is what we do.
For Blue Valley TV, this is Dan McCauley and Swetha Gandhi.
4 of the district high schools competed in the Mill Valley cheer competition last Saturday. Let's take a look at some of the highlights. There's no place you'll find more pep and spirit than at the Mill Valley High School cheerleading competition, where 4 of the Blue Valley cheerleading programs competed last weekend. Each of these teams have been working for months on perfecting their single routine. First up is Blue Valley Northwest, with their impressive opening tumbling and opening stunt sequence. Thanks to the hours of practicing every day after school, this team has really built up the amount of tumbling they have as a team, with almost full squad bag handsprings. Last year, this team upped their skill level when Jasmine Carter, an ex-gymnast and fantastic tumbler, joined the team. As they move to stunts, you will notice a very competitive skill level, as all 6 stunt groups hit 360 stays. Next up is Blue Valley High School. once again, Blue Valley brings an explosive cheer. With a very solid cheer program, which started back in the 70s, the school is known for bringing it all to competition. As the team does their creative pyramid, you'll notice very difficult skills such as show and goes and TikToks. The newest high school, Blue Valley Southwest, is up next to show off their full squad 360s and scorpions. You'll also notice at the end of this stunt sequence that each group does simple cradles. Unfortunately, full downs were named illegal this year at Mill Valley due to the danger factor involved. The team has truly come a long way, with this only being the second year of the Blue Valley Southwest cheerleading program. Finally, it is time for Blue Valley West to compete. Right off the bat, you'll notice the catchy music of this pyramid as the girls show off their very clean bow and arrows, ball backs, and even off-leg stunts. The school is very unique and unlike the other Blue Valley schools because not only do they allow their freshman squad to compete with them, but they also self-choreograph their routine, whereas every other Blue Valley school hires a choreographer. Thanks to Parker Lewis, who spent his day at the Mill Valley High School filming this exciting competition. All of the 4 high schools received the highest #1 ratings. Now we're going to take a couple more Veterans Day celebrations throughout the district.
First, let's head to Aubrey Bend Middle School. The school invited 4 local veterans who spoke to students in small groups throughout the day. The veterans showed the students pictures and maps of the experiences during the war and brought actual artifacts in from the wars that they served in. Several of the veterans talked about why they felt Veterans Day was important.
I think it's important because we have lost a lot of patriotism in this country. During World War II, everyone worked to win the war. I don't think we'll ever see that again, and it's good to have a reminder of what was paid for this country.
Veterans is a tribute to all men who served in the different wars. Without them, we would not have had an army, and we wouldn't have been able to preserve our country life and so on and so forth.
Last Friday, Miss McCauley's 4th grade class at Blue River Elementary welcomed some special guests. 4 of the students brought relatives in who served in various jobs in the armed forces. Earlier that day, the students wrote thank you letters to the veterans, thanking them for the service to our country. Students formed 4 groups to hear the veterans talk about their experiences. We asked one of the students what they liked about the presentation.
It was fun because you got to meet different people and what they did and what they looked like and how long they did it.
We also asked one of the students why we should honor our veterans.
Honor them because they risked their lives to help us, and you should just thank them for all they did for our country and us to help us be free.
And now it's time to take a look at our weather.
And today we have a guest weather kit from Blue Valley Middle School. Here's Lauren Sage Browning.
Hey guys, today the weather's right now it's 53 degrees and very windy. Later on, the high is going to be 57 degrees, and tonight the low is going to be 46. As you can see, it's a really nice, clear day. Not too much going on. And nationally, it's very nice as well. Just a little snow up north, but a beautiful day all over the country. In the national weathers, it's a pretty big range. Up north, there's a high of 28 degrees, and then down in Texas, a high of 82 degrees. And the extended forecast, again, right now it's 57 degrees and very windy, and tonight's high is going to be 46 degrees. And then tomorrow continuing wind and a high of 69 degrees. It's going to warm up a little bit. Tomorrow night, 33 degrees as a high. Sunday, it's going to be sunny and cloudy and 41 as a high. 36 Sunday night. Monday, it's going to be rainy and 52 degrees. Monday night, 39. Tuesday, 46 degrees, sunny and some rain, and Tuesday night, 29 degrees. Wednesday, 54, and Sunday, a beautiful day, and then Wednesday night 34 degrees, and Thursday sunny and 56 degrees. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Lauren. Great job. Every week on Blue Valley Today, we like to feature a local high school student.
This week, we will meet Blue Valley West junior D. Lewis. Here's Brandy Samuel with the story.
16-year-old D. Lewis is more than dedicated to what he does. 7 years of practicing has gotten him to where he is today.
Well, in 4th grade, you know, they ask you what you want to do, sing in the chorus, or you want to play instruments, or what you want to do. So I just saw the saxophone, I was like, oh, that looks cool. When I first picked it up, I liked it. You know, like I liked the sound of it, I liked to mess with it, and then I realized I was decent at it.
But decent is an understatement. His talent eventually led him to a great opportunity.
When I was in 8th grade and I played at the Atlanta Jazz Festival in my middle school's band. So we did like a whole bunch of songs and stuff like that with a whole bunch of famous jazz artists, and I soloed in front of the crowd and stuff, so it really motivated me a lot, because once I saw how people after the show, they were like, you need to keep doing this, you're really good. So I was like, well, this is what I want to do then. I mean, music, you know, it's just like, that's just what I listen to, that's what I grew up around.
As time progressed, D was determined to explore his talents even more.
I don't know what to say, but anyway, I can do this any day. I get paid any time of the day. What a rhyme, I spit around 60 seconds, that's a minute if you get it, and I rip it when I'm in it, that's it.
Whether it's jazz or rap, D definitely has a career in music in his future. For BVTV, this is Brandy Samuel and Sabira Rayford.
There's a big football game tonight in the district.
And here's Brandy Samuel in our Sports Corner to tell us all about it.
Thanks, guys. This is Brandy Samuel with Sports. To start it off today, we have several Blue Valley students that have signed weeks of intent this last week. Dan McCauley has the highlights.
On Thursday, November 11th, seniors Evan Bell and Hayden Edwards signed the papers of their future.
They came in and as freshmen.
Evan signed with the University of Indiana, while Hayden signed to KU, both for baseball. Joined by Blue Valley High baseball coach Matt Ortman and athletic director Bob Whitehead, both friends and family showed up for this milestone in the students' lives. Now switching over, Blue Valley West had 6 students committing to schools this season. Tripp Roy is signing to Drury University for golf. Robbie Huey is also signing for golf at the University of Central Missouri. Courtney Hansen will be attending Avila University for cheerleading, while Jordan Beck will be involved in gymnastics at the University of Nebraska. And finally, Colin Wiles is signing at Vanderbilt on a baseball scholarship. We want to wish all the student athletes across the district great success in the years to come. For Blue Valley TV, this is Dan McCauley.
Switching to football, last Friday night, Blue Valley High took a trip down to Bishop Miege to take on the Stags with the state semifinals on the line. Parker Lewis has the highlights.
Last week, the Blue Valley Tigers took on the Stags at Bishop Miege for a Kansas 5A sectional championship. The Tigers did not let the pressure of this game get to them. Zimmerman throws it long for Skaggs, and Skaggs gets it for the touchdown for the Tigers. The Stags don't let that get to them, as they take it 80 yards for the touchdown. The Tigers have the ball, and the powerful Stags defense sacks Zimmerman. The Tigers also have a pretty powerful defense as they get the ball back. That puts them in good field position for folks just to run right into the end zone. Tigers look like they're going to score again as Zimmerman takes it all the way to the goal line and loses the ball. That gives the ball back to the Stags, and the powerful Tiger defense sacks their quarterback. Stags then get the ball back and score. Zimmerman avoids the sack, airs it out for Mikey Hinson, puts the Tigers in good field position. Folks runs one in for the Tigers. Stags have got to put a drive together to stay in the playoffs. And they do, come up with 2 long pass plays to get them in scoring position. One last play for the Stags. Going forward all in the end zone. And the pass is batted down by the Tigers.
Thanks to Alex Hoskovic and Drew Garrett for that video. Blue Valley is now 1 game away from the state championship. Let's take a look at their season so far.
Sound with the sound.
The Tigers went 8-1 in the regular season. Blue Valley faces Gardner Edgerton tonight at home at 7 p.m. in a rematch from earlier this season. Blue Valley won that game 40-6. It is also a rematch of last year's sub-state game, which Blue Valley won as well. That's it for sports this week. Let's go back to Kendall and Dan.
Well, that's our show today. Thanks for watching, everyone. I'm Kendall Shonacase.
And I'm Dan McCauley. We will see you in a few weeks. Have a great Thanksgiving break.